My Brave Year First, Try, Size, and High Fives by Jamie Lee Curtis. The first time I rode a two-wheeler alone, I crashed and my mom filmed it on her iPhone. I crashed and Dan ran out of steam. He let go, I went straight, Mom filled and she screamed. I got my first pet, a rescued lab Keith. I chose him 'cause we're both missing front teeth. I'll take care of him, I said with a boast, till the first time I picked up his poop. It was gross. The first day I walked straight into first grade, my teacher, Miss Apple, said, "Don't be afraid." At first I felt like I might not fit in. Then I made my first friends, my very first twins. I struggled at first to learn to tie shoes. My sweet Auntie Cookie showed me choices to use. Bunny ears, classic, loop, under, through. I tried and tried, at last I could too. I took riding lessons on a pony called Ace. The first time I fell, and I got a scrape on my face. But then I held on, and I learned how to trot. That giddy up is to go, and whoa is to stop. First grade was fun, knew first every day. What a homonym was, what elephants weigh. Not all first are fun, some first were hard. Then I stole Zoe's pencil, and I couldn't play in the yard. I asked for permission from my parents to walk with Keith and the twins. First time around my block, we took some supplies and carried Mom's phone. We felt all grown up to be out on our own. I went with my class to the public library. At first it seemed huge and a little bit scary. Then Joel the librarian got me a card. I found my first book and it wasn't that hard. I also got caught. It was my first line. My parents were cross. I started to cry. I learned a first lesson that to stand up and say I did something wrong starts to make it okay. For the first time I worked with my father at his restaurant, I would not be a bother. I put out the hot sauce that makes your ears steam. As a waitress, I was a real part of his team. My first kept on kerning, my first pony show, my first tummy flu that made me go and go and go. My first big girl heels that made me feel real tall. My first ballet class, my first game at t-ball. A fabulous first, my triathlon medal. For my age and group, a swim and a run and a pedal. I raced against time, it was quite a test. While someone tried to win, I tried my best. I got my first case of the giggles in school when a boy, 2 seats over, started to drool. Then the milk I was drinking came out of my nose and I turned very red from my head to my toes. I wanted to learn to make a rope skip, but for all my tries I learned to trip. It was very hard to connect hands and feet. Till the first time it worked, it was quite a feat. I found a small beetle who was missing a leg. I got him a box and named him Greg. I punched a few holes to save him from cats. I added some grass, my first bug habitat. I got my first bee sting, and boy did it hurt. I shouldn't have walked barefoot in the dirt. I sold some flat rocks that I painted and signed, and I made my first donation for the very first time. I tried for the first time to taste my mom's truffles that apparently came from when pigs used their snuffles. She put them in pasta with broccoli and stems. "Try it," she said, "but I'll never like them." And at the end of the summer I tubed on my own. I bounced on the water like a skipping stone. The lake was all glassy, smooth, dark, and cold. I held on and signaled just like I was told. After the s'mores, we camped by the lake, and my very first tent my dad let me stake. All cozy and warm in my bag with a pad, I thought all about the fun first I've had. And I climbed the big rock. I was old enough now. My dad showed me step by step so I'd know how. I looked down at the lake. I jumped out with fear. When I came up and smiled, the entire lake cheered. Some first just happen, some come when I try. Some first make me smile, some first make me cry. But I knew at that moment, though I'd been all along, that first things first happen when I'm brave, true, and strong. The end.